Hi everyone, Yvonne Heath here, nurse turned author, speaker, and change maker. And for those of you who don't know me, I was a nurse for 27 years and in 2015 left my nursing career, realizing that we are a society that is very ill prepared for grief, death, dying, and we do not prepare for grief and life's challenges before they arrive. So I took a leap of faith. I wrote my book, Love Your Life to Death, and I haven't looked back. And what I have had the greatest pleasure and honor of doing in the last 5+ years is sharing people's stories, sharing their stories of being in the deep trenches of grief and finding joy in their lives again and creating passion and purpose and making a difference, taking their stories, their hard stories of grief and tragedy and crisis and creating something good from that. I have done that with my book and my TED Talk and on my television show and radio show. And now I get to do this again in celebration of National Grief Awareness Day. I was so excited when I learned about this day, and I decided to do a series of Zoom conversations, short conversations, and share some of the stories of the incredible people that I have met, proving once again that real heroes don't always wear capes. Some of the people that I'm sharing their stories have just faced tremendous grief, crisis, life challenges. And one of those people I am so honored to have connected with is the founder of National Grief Awareness Day, Angie Cartwright. And we've had some wonderful conversations, sharing a little bit of Angie's stories, just a glimpse. And wow, Angie knows grief. Angie has been in the deepest trenches of grief, and now she has created purpose and passion in creating this day. She chose August 30th to celebrate her mother Rhonda's life. That would have been her birthday. She died in 2010. And she is just someone who is taking her painful journey and wanting to shed light on grief and how important it is to have these conversations and help people navigate through by just showing up for them. And at this time, I feel it's just, in my lifetime, one of the most challenging times for many of us. We have grief, the regular grief of life, you know. I mean, grief is our mental, physical, and emotional reactions to loss, transitions, and change. It is not just about facing end of life. It is about whatever makes your heart ache: divorce, diagnosis, job loss, mental health issues, and everything in between. And it is experienced by everyone, regardless of age, skin color, culture, sexual orientation, economic situation, ability, disability, and wherever we live. This is a global movement. National Grief Awareness Day, a day to learn about grief, to support each other through grief, to understand. And besides the regular grief of life, we have a global pandemic, global grief. This is literally grief affecting every single person in the world in different ways. We are all in the same storm. We are not all in the same boat, and yet it is affecting each and every one of us one way or another. And then, of course, May 25th, 2020, the murder of George Floyd rattled the world, and we are now seeing systemic racism for what it is. It is a global issue. And obviously with that, tremendous, excruciating grief. And where we go from here is what is going to matter. And in all of this grief, in this pandemic, in systemic racism, in the opioid crisis, climate crisis, there's so much grief. And yet there is so much hope to create something better. A lot of people have said, oh, I want things to go back to the way they were. And I say, no, I want to hold out for something much better. I want to normalize these conversations about grief and learn how to really just show up for each other no matter what we are going through, divorce, diagnosis, addiction, racism, whatever. We need to learn how to truly just show up for ourselves and each other. And so in all of this, I know that we can do better together because connection is key no matter what we are going through. So on this day, National Grief Awareness Day, I celebrate that we are having these conversations, and we need to keep having these conversations, and we need to keep supporting one another through no matter what we are facing. So Angie Cartwright, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating this day. There is actually a petition to sign where when Angie has 1 million signatures, when there are 1 million signatures for National Grief Awareness Day, it will be official. This is one of Angie's goals, to create this official National Grief Awareness Day. And so I encourage everyone, just go do a little click and sign so that this can be something that is an official day that we can celebrate nationally, internationally, all of us, because we are all in this together. So thank you, everyone. Feel free to go to Angie's Facebook page, National Grief Awareness Day on Facebook. And I encourage everyone to watch all the videos because, like I said, I have the honor of sharing people's beautiful, heartwarming, heart-wrenching stories and proof that we can bring heart and humor into this, and grief and joy coexist. No matter what grief has brought to the table, we need to allow love, gratitude, happiness, happy moments, and joy. Grief and joy coexist. And we can do much better if we have these conversations, talk about, plan, prepare, and open these dialogues, allow our humanness, allow all feelings. So we can do this better. We can do this together because connection is key. So happy National Grief Awareness Day. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.